in the world of America and Earth. This is DrThunderCox, aka jpersonn. I understand that finances is hard for us all. We will one day see the change where it'll be more abundance of resource than less. And I want you to remember these days that you couldn't get by comfortably. Now, I want to say a lot of positive things, but we have let the positive things bloom organically within the next moments of our lives. Right now, every person who is not rich have choices that are impacting their daily life. Whether they should get this or do that, retain this type of energy, let go of that type of energy. I'm at the point, me being neutral about is not a good choice. But also, me being positive could bring a lot of regrets of being positive when I know there's more negativity than positivity. But I have to remember karma is a B, and for a long time in my life, I have made lots of mistakes. So the mistakes I have made eventually will catch up to me. Some of these mistakes are made intentionally because you know you need to make this mistake to get to a certain place you're trying to get in the future. And some of these mistakes are made haphazardly where you know you have to do something. You have to spend a little of this energy to get this type of energy. And then you come across actual mistakes that you didn't try to allow this to be. That's what a lot of people want to live in. And I was one of them people too that I made this mistake when I know for a fact that I know I was making that mistake, but I had to do something to feel like I'd done it. To try it out, to say, yes, I know I'm not this because I tried this. And I know I'm not that because I tried that. So I just can't be talking out the side of my neck when I say, hey, you shouldn't do this or you should do that. Who am I to give advice to somebody, regardless of who they are? Even if they ask, who am I? I haven't accomplished like they probably expect to me have accomplished. But there are some people who would ride with that. I don't want to ride with it. I think I accomplished something. Hello, how you doing? Happy holiday. But as I was saying, I don't want to think that I accomplished something that nobody else has done. Like that is something that I only have done and I'm the first to do it. I want to be like, at the least, I know I tried. If that makes sense for a lot of you people. I know you don't really know who I am. And it's going to take experience and time to figure out who this guy is with his chest all out on his profile pic. Now, I went to go change it, but I said, wait a minute. Am I changing it because people telling me to change? How you doing? How you doing, B? Am I changing my profile picture because it makes me feel I'm all right? Happy holiday to you. Nice to meet you. I'm glad you come to my live. I'm just rambling at the point. I'm not having no particular, point or a particular subject. I'm just going about because I'm glad you're doing good. Good. I appreciate everybody who's here. Even if you don't comment, how you doing, Em? How you doing, girl? No, I'm not. I already know because I'm not. I know I'm straight because I've been with the same woman since I was 18. And happy Father's Day to everybody too. And I'm glad that everybody my live. You don't know who I am. I've been on YouTube since early 2000s, so I'm not one of those social media types, but I have did some social along the way. I have created my own videos on YouTube, and I have several TikToks, but I took them down because I'm kind of like healing. I have a genetic disease, and I'm getting treatment for it. I'm in a facility for it. So yes, I'm happy to see that some of you guys have joined, interacted with me, and maybe the other people's in chats. Karma is a bitch. I mean, karma is a bee. I want to keep it. For some of y'all people, I know y'all don't like cursing. I'm trying my best to suppress all the negative things I have done. I'm 50 years old, so I'm reflecting in my life. I'm more like 60 something at best. So I'm trying to be positive for the rest of the leg of my life. If that sounds like a pathway for most people when they get to a certain experience at a certain age that they believe they can be better every day. Even if they still make mistakes, I still make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Never was. Never would try to be, because perfection is for the God, and I'm not the God, or the God, however you believe, what you believe, or the universe, or math or whatever, or science, or whatever you believe that's your top ideology that keeps your life going. I believe it. I'll keep it going, folks. I don't have my I don't have my live because I'm in the dark, sitting in a nursing facility because I need wound care because I have a genetic disease. But I was just ranting and rambling about some stuff on what I'm trying to do is create another source of not being lonely. Because when you're in a facility, you get kind of lonely because you can't just talk to people over the phone or over a video chat. And most people are not your friend. Uh, like especially when it comes to nurse care and doctors and facility directors, they use they're doing their job and they're making it more socially comfortable for you. Frazzle you while you trying to heal. Their job is to get you to be understand that they're necessarily not my friends, but they help like they're friends. So I'm not trying to shun anybody who's doing their job, especially they doing it the correct way, doing what they're supposed to do, making me feel like I have a place for my wounds, because being at home alone or being in my resident houses and need help me out, whatever, that's not gonna have me feeling like I do stuff on my own. I'm used to being able to do stuff for myself, and I'm glad who sticks around to listen. But I can see you guys in chat. For those who have been around the people or people who don't, explore the point of view with them. But some are so different. I'm glad to see all people here. How you doing? Say it's one person, it could be eight people could be one. So I'm gonna just say hi every now and then. I know it's like a broken record on subject I'm saying. Yes, trying to create another avenue of me that was exactly myself to the world, because the world would eat you up. They would troll you to death. And sometimes they would tip you a dip and have you feel like you're a number one day and they get nothing. Because they came and gave you something, you should be happy that you received just the attention itself, which is fine. Like I got sick good, it was at mine, but I don't know how and I'll just sit there last couple of hours of Father's Day. Uh, I enjoyed my day, even though I spent it 99% of it myself. Other than his Father's Day for him being father at the time he was a father. He was what we say. I'm black. Can't tell my pic, my profile pic. I'm black. He's also black. We come from the same father, and I love him. I was a baby. I've always been the one that takes him. That's my brother. I love him to death, and there's nobody gonna stop our connection, my brotherhood. Which I wish that most brothers felt that way. That even they can go through whatever they go through and still remain top brothers. Who can see that thing, my flavor, if it's not my flavor, then I may not gravitate towards it in productive, interactive group enjoyment way. Like I'm an amusement park kind of guy. I go to walk, but I'm not finna get in the water and all your people and slide down the water slides and all that good stuff. Get on the roller coaster, and I mean I have gone on roller coaster. Don't get me wrong. They're not jumping on the roller coasters probably for the rest of my life because it's just going to be too painful. I have pain just being. I can be sitting, stay down. I'm always going to be in some type of pain because of my genetic skin disorder. I mean, I'm getting treatment for it now. Surgery is the only treatment. It's uncurable because it's genetic. So I always have this skin disorder until my final breath. And if I had kids, they have a possibility of thing. So I was always scared on not able to afford these because I was mainly almost close to the low class or low class, high low class to middle low class citizen. I always pull extra hours. Had a span of over 200 days, probably 2 days off, doing 7 days a week. Went from the top to the bottom in a couple of companies. My last job that I was doing was Amazon, and I also had multiple paths there, which is mean multiple jobs to do whatever you can learn, allow you to be able to do those paths. If something is not available to do, you can do something else instead of just go home. Or you got paid time off, you can go do that too. So you got multiple ways to enjoy your employment. That's a good. I'm not saying something bad about it, negative. Saying bad, good, bad. I'm saying that it's Amazon. I deal with Amazon stuff. Unless you got paid in the workforce, acting there with these tough situations of going to work, getting paid, and by the time you get to you're broke. I understand. I did that for since I was a young man. That's all I know is you work hard and be all you can, have nothing you want. You always have shelter. You always got to pay for the use of that shelter, use of the things that come with it. And even if you didn't have shelter and you was living with somebody else that had shelter, still got to pay them. So there's always an overhead of being alive. You stay, what they call, we're paying them right now, pay them later. But that's still, you end up got to go back and pay them. So when you get on your feet, I know it hurts, pay them something. Don't just leave them out hanging when you start getting your money coming in. I know the first couple of moments you want to get your stuff going, which is understandable, hopefully for both you and the person that you getting favors or help from. They understand that you are just trying to get money to get something that you actually can use or want. You select yourself. You stuff that you might or might not want or need at that point, but you take it or you don't take it. It's up to you. Um, Life is like that. So, yeah, that's true. That's true. But it will be if you're a normal person on the list of ability by strangers and others and your close ones, you're gonna end up having a day where you're gonna have to do this yourself. And doing this yourself costs you everything. It's gonna cost you your transportation time. It's gonna cost you your energy time. It's gonna time. It's gonna cost you, and that's I could say the basic cost. Your energy and your time. That's the basic cost of living. Money is, yeah, you can say money, but it's gonna take time and some experience and some knowledge and energy to get that money, no matter if you slick with your mouth or you're a good president on social media or you got good body and people can say, yeah, I would pay to look at that, or I would look at that for free and let them get ads off my clicks and my views and my likes and my subscriptions and my tips. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. I myself, I don't have the spare change to pay for my entertainment. When I was working, yes, I paid for streaming or cable or the internet. In the internet, I paid for that. Happy Father's Day to everybody. While we still got a couple of minutes left in it for the United States, I think we're the last zone for all the holidays. So yeah, let's keep it going. I seem to not to have anybody in the chat log right now, which is good. I mean, I can ramble feeling free, but sometimes it'll tell you zero and it could be a 10 people sitting there listening to you. And they won't respond because they like to see that you think it's only zero people because they want to hear how you talk, which is fine. I don't talk very much in live, and I don't expect my live to have any traction at this point because my page is not a page that's very popular because of my age and my gender. I'm a male. I'm a black male. I'm American black male at that, and we don't social network freely as if I was a female who was pretty much busty and not necessarily in shape, but just to have my bust in the camera, whether I was big or not. I don't have to be big busty. I could just have little breasts, and I could incite those guys who get excited just seeing a female on live, wondering if they gonna ever do anything to excite them. But no, I'm just a regular guy. I'm not gay. I already know. People check. I necessarily don't have to check because I know I've been with the same lady since I was 19 years old. So, I know that's boring to you guys. You'd rather have a gay or a transgender or somebody who is not particularly straight. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm a straight guy. And I still look like that picture. This form is just a little bit hairier because I haven't shaved. Like, that's right after I shaved and got out the shower and everything. What I look like first clean out the shower. Some good time and a beard, so and I got hair just as well as beard hair, so and who are uh, my mind and brains, they sort of matter, but nobody cares about what a American give your woman your money, and you should be fine. Let her drag through life to what she's doing, but she don't want me to be that way. She won't have my money for me, and she use her money for her, and she also has to help out with her mom, late 70s, So she lives with I'm okay, which I'm okay with. I don't need her by my side 24/7 to love her. I can love her as more that I'm missing her and I haven't seen her for a while. I really want to see her, and I don't have the funds. I don't have steady income because I'm going through disability that make me live with a threshold from 1 to 10, a 10 threshold pain or greater, or intensely tense pain because I got a skin disorder that's not good. It's called hidradenitis suppurativa. And I don't know if you people ever ran across anybody who have it. Very smelly, antisocial disease. So I don't like being around when the disease is in its top threshold of pain, and that's what I've been for the last year or so. I was doing videos when I was close to it. I was like 8 to 9, 9 to 10. But once it reached complete 10 all the time, I had to shut my social media down because I didn't feel social enough to be doing any social media. I haven't did anything live for, I want to say, it's been almost a whole entire year of having a real lengthy live chat anywhere. I used to do it on TikTok, but the account that I had on TikTok that I was doing on, I kind of deleted it. I was always able to get it back, but I deleted it because uh, the videos there, you can't really, like, put them on private, or have your account pretty much private. And I still think you could probably see my videos on the certain account that I had on TikTok. But I do have other accounts on there where it's just me gaming or talking about social aspects of living. Now, I get a lot of comments that I don't see until it's way too late, and I don't know if the people see that I responded to them later on when I do see them. I'm not so much interactive immediately, but eventually I would get there. But yeah, I'm glad you have watched this live through the video form of it, or who actually participated in the live the time they can. I appreciate you guys taking a moment from yourself to see somebody who pretty much don't really interact with social media a lot, but I need to do something to make have a positive pretty much take over my life this last and going through my treatment for my disease. One day I will have a live about my interaction with dreaming. I don't know if you people like to hear about people that are super realistic. I believe that dreams are not just dreams. I think they're interaction going in the same aspect of this universe right now, and and your life is the air you breathe into this balloon, and the things you do are the actual balloon. So it'd be parts of the balloon that you did these things at this expansion of the balloon. Hey, how's it going, Colton? Happy happy holiday to you, regardless if you're a father or not, because everybody who's born has a father. And maybe you don't like your father or like your father, love your father, don't love your father. We all have them. So happy holiday for you being alive. Uh, I appreciate that you came through in my life and said hi, because uh, I've been traveling through this path of healing in a nursing facility. I'm usually by myself in my room 99% of this journey. I've been here for about a month and some weeks, at least 1 week. So I'm trying to make it through a tough time in my life, because I don't want visitors to have to see me in my most feeble vision of me. That's what I look like for real. Still right now I look like that, but I had surgery, so I can't feel like what I look like in that profile picture you see there. I wish I could feel the way I felt the day I took this picture, I wish I could feel like that still today, but that's not going to happen. It's going to take me a while. I would never be. This is me at 67 or 65% of what I used to be before I got to that point to where this is all I had left. And I took the final picture of what I looked like being at my peak percentage. That was when I was 46, I think. 46. I am now 50. That picture will forever be the picture of my middle-aged top perfection of my body. Right now, my body still look like that. I still got the 10-pack. I still rock it. I'm just older, and I can't flex it that way because I got body surgery on my skin. And I know a lot of young people like, oh, he thinks he's all that. He thinks, no, I don't. Never rode my life thinking I'm all that. I just proved that I could be just whatever you see in that picture. I could be at least that. And I was confident about being that moment. And the person who took my picture is my lifelong spouse, and she adores my body because she loves that I keep it that way for her and me to enjoy myself and herself. Now, we've been together since we were teenagers. She was 18 or turning 18 when I met her, and I was already 19. Her birthday is 6 months after my birthday. So I had to go 6 months without even enjoying her fully when we met each other, because we kind of was like, wondering love at first sight highs. We didn't know for sure that we loved each other, but we knew we loved something about each other. And we just never let each other go, except a few minor incidents, which we just got through going through one last year. We broke up for, I want to say, about several months. And then we started back talking to each other. I mean, we had no contact with each other for a good month, good 4 or 5 months or something like that. 3 to 5 months, we did not like each other. The contact we had was always a negative contact. She'd be helping me out because I was told to go to disability by Amazon because of my genetic disease. On top of that, I had pneumonia, which made me pretty much die. And they had to keep me alive because I had one lung 100% full of pneumonia, and the other lung was 75% full of pneumonia. So I was just barely holding on to be able to get some help. And she was the one who cared enough to drive me right to a medical facility so I can get that help, so I wouldn't be passed for longer than 5 or 6 minutes. I actually couldn't breathe for five whole minutes, which, it's not good for anybody. So they got me back breathing once they got enough of the fluid to kind of, I guess, pass through my body somehow, pass through my nose and my mouth. And I was able to come back here and still live life with you guys. That was 2025, and now it's 2026. And it seems like I'm not in the right timeline since. Seemed like I came back to a timeline that wasn't the timeline I was already on. Whether y'all believe in there's multiple timelines that your mind is living or created to make you feel that you can survive. And depending on how much resources you have in each timeline is how well you feel you're going to be in that timeline. These timelines I have throughout my whole life, very little resource, no matter how hard I worked for it. The doubles, I worked at a job. It wasn't really doubles. It was more like I worked on, and I was on call. So I had keys to the establishment. Eventually became running the place, which is being the manager, the boss. Always reporting to the owner every moment of the day. He had a problem. They'll call me at the work site, at the plant. It's just brutal oversight. But I didn't have the degree as the owner did to run the place. I only had the physical experience of 20-something plus years to run that place with a skeleton staff like that. So we were doing way more work than we were being paid for. I was even getting paid to be running it as the people who have got paid. I was getting significantly less money running the place, and I still retained the same uh, pay when I took over and was the boss. So I never got a raise for that, and I did that for a good amount of time, which is the reason why I had to give up that job because I wasn't gonna sit there and be the boss, have somebody else run in here, and do less boss work than I did effectively. I mean, they did a lot of work, but they didn't do the effective boss work they could have been doing, and let the staff do the work. They try to be part of the staff and have their own people come in and their own connections take over in certain positions and stuff, which worked out for them. That they did a lot of changes and made a lot of moves and uh, made it home for them, taking the home away from the actual workers who've been there for decades. So the other worker that was there with me, he was like, we both got seniority, but it's overshadowed by the new boss taking over and doing what they want to do and hiring who they want to get hired and making them pretty much run the place, which is their job. Their job was to come and run the place, but also do it the right way, which is not just take over and do what you want and what you think. Add new items and stuff like that that we're not really specialized to do or trained to do, but try to train us to get these items to be part of something. To say I made my dent in the history of this establishment. That establishment been there longer than we've been alive, and I think before we joined the staff. So I think don't mess with a good thing, and it could stay good. So I had to make the tough decision of leaving that company, and no less than 6 months that company had pretty much ceased to exist because I think me and the other guy who was there longer than me, I think we were the traditional reason why people had the same taste of the product. Once we got a new person who did it their way instead of doing it the actual way that we always have done it, the product, like everything else in America, decreased in its quality and in its taste. It got to a point to where I knew I was never going to eat from my own establishment, and I'm making this stuff, but I see how everybody else were contributing their own little flavor to it. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm never eating this stuff again. Which, for right now, I'm never going to eat it again because that place was a store that was its own brand, and that brand don't exist no more because I want to say because I had to leave, and I'm pretty sure the guy who was working there before the new crew came in there, they probably left too, which we was the only one keeping it consistent, while the others was making it what they thought was more efficient and more cheap. And we were not trying to make cheap product. We was trying to make the product. Instead of trying to cheap out and make something else, because we're trying to cut corners for our pockets. We were never trying to do it for the the way it always have been done, the traditional reason why we had line when it was time to give out our product for the most important part of the year for that. So the new guys changed that. The lines pretty much ceased to exist, and to me, they scared away or shooed away the customers for their efficiency of getting the product the way they want it, fast and quick, lots of volume of non-quality, which is what's happened across America. That train of thought happened to a lot of things I see. That the new way of working for everybody is not working for the generations who love the traditional way of things, taste, the way things are textured, and the way things go down in your stomach. go down on your arm like a piece of cherry. You don't wear them no more because they're not jewelry no more. They're something else. It's not jewelry. This is not clothing. This is not a relationship where if I gotta be with you and you gotta be with other people just to be with me, I don't want that. Or to be your friend, I gotta give you money. I don't want that kind of relationship. To be your friend, I gotta enjoy that you want me to be doing these things that I don't do with you, so we can be friends. I'm not gonna be that person. I'm sorry. I come from a place where we just accepted people for who they are. And if we didn't like them, we did not go after them and try to make them feel bad because they're not doing what we want them to do or want them being what they want them to be. We've pretty much let them people be over there and we be over here. And as long as they don't come over here telling us that we can't be over here, and as long as we don't go over there telling them they can't be over there, things are fine. But once they cross that boundary, then we got to say, hey, let's make peace before there's war. And I don't want a war. If you're trying to war, I just leave. And so that's what I've done in my life. Instead of trying to make war for my adult half of my life, I'd rather be wiser and not war with somebody and just go find another place. Even if I have to uproot myself from my whole state and go to another state and root myself somewhere else, and just enjoy my solitude and be lonely, it's okay because I don't have to sit there and be negative with somebody. And I was tired of that with most of my little culture over there that I was pretty much living in, that most people rather be negative and cause negativity throughout that little circle of people in that little part of America. I was just tired that they got to bring thousands of people out here and have these people rioting or uproar about everything they see. I can't go through that. I can't be mad at every time something happens and somebody was to listen to the rule or somebody broke the rule. I cannot live that way. I understand that this person was this and that person did this and that, but that's not my family. That's not my business. I mean, that's just another part of America doing what America does. This always happened. But now all of a sudden we all got to get up and ride for this particular moment because I don't agree with that. I rather just couch warrior. I'd rather be on my couch and that's where I do it at. I don't want to take it out to the streets. I don't want to take it to social media. But if I do want to say something, it'd be something that's more, I want to say, generalized. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be somebody I want to see every time I look at a video of somebody explaining something or talking, that I see their hands moving in the video or they holding something in the video or they eating something in the video or they doing something outside of just making a video and talking to me. I don't want to see all that gesturing and all that stuff. You don't have to get dressed up to look all nice just to do a video that's going to last 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 2 minutes, or any amount of time. Just do the video. Who cares about the makeup? Who cares about, because that's not going to make or break the video, in my opinion. Yes, you won't get these comments if you have your body parts showing. Yes, people will say something about that. So understand when you put yourself on a video and you're using your little hand gestures or you're putting this mask on to hide who you are, that yes, some people will troll you for it. People probably going to troll me for this, that I got my profile with a picture like that. But you know what? I understood when I took that picture. Some people going, it's not necessarily hate, but they were troll. Because trolling sometimes is not hate. Trolling sometimes is just pointing out the obvious. And a lot of people don't like that people would troll their profile, their videos, and I would be the same way. I don't like when somebody troll me, but hey, it's part of the game. As a matter of fact, trolls kind of help you get noticed, because if they can't put you in a spotlight, maybe you would never reach the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that this it's a 360-degree factor of everything you are in life and everything you do in life. Like you decide to sit there and be overweight. Of course, somebody gonna call you out of your name and probably use your weight against you. And then some people might use your muscles against you. So if you overly stacked, they might say you're just a muscle head and you're not smart. And you could be the smartest person on earth, but you happen to be muscular. But to them, they can still say it's the freedom of your own body and your own breath and your own speech. So you could be mad at these people for having that, but for real, you're gonna be mad at you having it too. So there's no purpose to actually get mad. I mean, but it's your choice. It's your intellect, it's your body, it's your personality. And if you want these people to pull you down to their level, then that's your freedom to do so. But to me, in my opinion, that's up to you if you want to play their game. And if you're a gamer, then go for it. But for me, when I do decide if I'm going to react to something like that, then I feel that I'm going to take in whatever happens. Now, this is the longest live I think I did on YouTube. I think I have done longer lives on TikTok, which is kind of weird. I should have did it on YouTube instead. But TikTok was kind of new and flashy, and a lot of people were enjoying that. Now, I may sit here and made this for nothing and may never get to 100 views, may never get to 500 views. I didn't ask you to subscribe. I didn't ask you to like. I didn't ask you to leave a comment. But that's because I'm not sitting here in a begging state of mind that I need people to do these things so I can be successful on YouTube. I think YouTube algorithm do enough for everybody. I don't think you have to really beg and ask for people subscriptions and likes and comments, because naturally people will just do it if they engage with your material anyway. Like I pretty much to somebody who listened this far, or listened to at least somewhat, say, "Oh, he ain't talking about nothing. I'm gone." Now, that could be true, but then who knows in the future? Somebody might say, "This is gold. Let me put this guy on and let him understand that I understand where he's coming from, and he's reaching to all the points that other people are not trying to talk about. They ain't trying to talk from their heart. They're not trying to talk from a non-neural path of thinking." I'm doing this all ad lib. There's no script in front of me. I'm in the dark. Like I turn on my camera right now. You can't see me because I'm in the dark. I'm gonna try to wave to you. Somebody got good enough PC to see my face there, but maybe you can see me waving. See that my hand is going up to the screen, but I'm in the dark, so I'm turning off my camera. That's the reason why I got my camera off, because I'm in the dark. I'm not gay. I already checked. No gayness here. I checked because I've been with the same woman since I was 19. She's my baby. From her, what she tells me every day, even that we are not together in the same household right now, that I'm her guy. She don't want nobody else. She already checked. We both checked. She already checked. She's not gay either. So we went through a spat last year where we didn't know each other, and we probably needed this time to be away from each other to understand that we do love each other. Sometimes it takes a breakup to make up for you to understand that's your person. And we should have known better anyway, because we've been together since we were a teenager, that we are our persons. I love her since I was 19. I'm always probably love her to the day I stop breathing. We're not in the same state, but I'm willing to get back there whenever I finish this medical healing journey. Like I said, I'm in the dark at a medical facility. I've been feeling lonely for the past 5-6 weeks being here. So I need to find something to do that's constructive. And instead of just sitting here in the dark and not really getting no sleep because I'm a high energy person anyway, and I can't sit still, but I'm forced to sit still because I'm in physical pain, and pain is no. Pain been no since I've been born. So when it's painful, I'm gonna sit my butt there and understand that this is painful. Don't act like it's not. A lot of people do. They act like pain does not know. I have no threshold to act like it's not no. Uh, I'm bleeding and leaking everywhere, and I got open surgical banged up pretty bad. Even if I lay here, I'm in so much in the level 10 pain in most parts of my body, and level 8 or 9 pain in the surgical parts of my body. So I'm not in good comfort of mind. So I need to speak out. I need to talk because I'm not next to my lady, and I can't talk to her physically because she's several states away. I'm in a state all the way over here on one side of the country, and she's smack dead in the middle of the country in our home state, taking care of her mom, or not necessarily taking care of her mom, but yes, taking care of her mom. Her mom was almost 80, so she's there making sure her mom have something constructive to think about and don't fall into a funk. My dad's still alive, and he's 80 something, and I hope he's not in the situation that I remember that he was in, because I haven't seen him since I was in my early 40s. So, it's been a while. We lived in the same city, but somebody kind of, abducted him, and the police are not helping us because they think that that person is not abducting him, but that he has been abducted from his VA apartment. He's supposed to be at his apartment, getting his VA help, or if not in the apartment, be in the VA veteran home, because he needs the professional help, which me and my brother is not able to give because we're not professionals. It's sad, but we didn't become professional medical people to deal with a person with the highest level of dementia you can have. So he's been in a facility, and some females, from what I understand, my older brother told me, snatched him out of there, and I guess they trying to take his money. But he has no money. He retired a long time ago when he started having bouts of dementia, and he couldn't drive the school bus no more for the company. He drove school bus for decades. So we're trying to figure out where he at. And my brother say he know where he at, but he don't want to pull him from the environment just yet until I get there back to my hometown. I'm in good enough shape to deal with whatever it happens when we do get him out of there, if he survives long enough. But he's a hardy guy, military veteran, Marine. So he's a mechanic. So his mind is there, but it's not there in the capacity of what it used to be when he was younger. Very bright guy, very smart, very athletic, very mobile. So that's the reason why I need him in the home, so they can contain him. But he's very mobile. He's ready to go at all times. When he don't sleep a lot, and he's always ready to move around. And he likes to have adult, time with a female. So that's the thing we have with him. We had to keep him contained because he will be doing so with somebody's female. So and these girls know it, and they like his locomotion and his size. So and the way he talks, even though he got dementia, he's still able to get girls of all ages. So 80-year-old dude could be with a 19 and 20-year-old girl. Trust me, I've seen it happen. He will get her, and if she wants to have it happen, they will have sex. So you girls, stay away from my dad. He's very experienced, and he'll make you fall in love with him to the point to where you want to snatch him and bring him home, which I think one of the nurses did from the facility he lived in. That's what it sounded like to me. He snatched by some medical girls who could take care of him, because he can do the things he can do. So I'm the junior, and I understand that's why I got the girl for 30 plus years, because I got the same touch. I can make a girl feel like she's a queen, even not even in a wealthy kingdom, she can still feel queen in my arms, because that's what the Graves family do. My brother got the same touch because he still got the same woman up working up his tree, even though they're not together completely. So we've been like that because it's genetic, and I'm pretty much in love with my girl. That's why you'll never see me talk about uh, being with other women, because I think as long as I got one, I don't need others. I got one, so I don't need all these other females. I understand won't uh, y'all want it to explore uh, good stuff. Y'all call it good D, but it's not just good D. It's good persons. And uh, my dad, he shares his with anybody. My brother and me, we really don't. We do like the quality of a female, so we try to ride that out. And I think I got quality female, and that's why I'm with her for 30 plus years. Um, Back to the main part of the live is I'm just reaching out to my YouTube community. Been on YouTube since the beginning, basically. So if you check my profile, you can see that this is not a young account. I'm the original account holder. I did never sell this account. I probably would never sell this account because this account is my precious. It's my YouTube. All my video history is here. I deleted some of it because it was not relative to making my search engine, my search feed, my shorts come in the way I like. I like my shorts being certain shorts. I hate when there's shorts that I'm not really into, which is all these new things where people are discussing things that, I don't know, that's TMI. Maybe I'm TMI, but certainly I've seen some stuff on YouTube that's TMI. I've seen some stuff that should be on dope websites. I watch some stuff that should be on adult websites, so let me not say both sides of the coin. I have found adult entertainment on YouTube. I don't really need to go to the actual adult websites. As long as I got my YouTube account, I can find a lot of adult themed things here that kind of count for that could be on and make some hits and some views and some likes on adult content. I don't know why they are not on there, so they get that real money, and yet they on here and they get this money, which is gonna limit you, because if they ever found that offensive, somebody report it, it's gonna be taken down. Which so far, I've seen some things on here. As long as it's made by the original female, it's on here since they posted it, and it could be decades. I can go to some videos right now that I've been looking at for decades that this is still on YouTube, which if a man had posted it, he would have got his account banned, and probably his email banned too. So that's the weird thing about it. As long as there's certain girls do what they do on here, they could break all the guidelines and never be deleted or anything. But then if certain girls do this, they get deleted. So I don't know what's the bot or the team of people decide that this girl can do all this stuff on here, but this girl can't do it. And to me, I think it's not just about race. I think it's about the area of the world you posted this from. Like if you posted this from America in this part of America, they may never take it down. But if you came from this part of America and you posted this, your account is banned and you're not able to post from this I guess it goes by your email account. You are not able to use this email account and have an account on here anymore. Now, I've personally never been banned, but I have been temporarily taken offline. Uh, and it was nothing that I did wrong. It was just more that somebody reported me because they didn't like that I was doing content. So it's like, oh, you the one doing content? Well, I don't like the fact that you're doing content, and that kind of snowballed because they took me having a compliment for what they posted negatively. I don't know how they took it negatively, but somehow they took it out of context as a negative way and tried to get me banned for the comment, to where I had to explain this comment is not, what do you see bad about this comment? And then the moderator was like, okay, that's not a bad comment. She took it the wrong way. We sorry. So they basically apologized to me that they didn't know that that was not in negativity, that was in positivity. I don't know how they got negative out of it anyway. Some creators, they don't look at comments with a positive mind when it comes from the opposite sex or the same race. They think you saying something until they, I guess, turn it upside down or read it slower. Then they see it as a compliment. And like, oh, you was complimenting me. My bad. I know. Ain't it your bad? You try to get me banned. You didn't put your fans after me until they had to tell you, no, that's a comment, hun. That's a comment. He's commenting on you. I thought he was making fun of me. How is that making fun of you if that's a positive comment? How did you turn a positive comment to something that's making fun of you? He's being positive. All that stuff that he said is positive. For you to take it negative, you kind of, being negative to him. He was just being, he was giving you credit, and you took that and threw it in his face. And your missed feelings of it was negative. So we don't know how you got there, but yes, maybe you listened to the wrong people that was reading it with you, and y'all all read the damn thing wrong. But when y'all read it back slower, y'all, he was complimenting me. I'm sorry, sir. Yes. Just complimenting you, homegirl. Nobody's trying to take it. None of your shine away, I guess. I don't know what you're doing over there, but yeah. That's why I stopped watching you, and that's why I took you out of my feed, so I don't make that mistake again. I took most sensitive readers out of my feed. If you can't read something correctly, I just take you out of my feed so I don't comment on your stuff. And it kind of, more because people would twist your comment into something negative, even though you was just being either neutral or positive. Now, I'll let you know when I'm being negative, because I come out front like, I don't like this. I tell you right away that I didn't like it if I'm going to be negative about it. But most of the time, I'm just commenting to you that you got the ability to get, these things happening without getting banned or a mob come after you. Because any other person on my gender would have said it about anybody, they would took it the wrong. They would took it, for face value and got mad at you for it and try to get you X'd out or banned. But that's because I'm a male and they're not. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm a straight male and they're not. That's probably the best way of saying it. Straight males, straight Black American males, we're on the low bottom pole of everybody's likability. We got to either be rich, famous, very, 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 very handsome, very, 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 very bodily maintained, smell nice, have a good luxury vehicle or a good sporty vehicle, and own a house and some land and run a business before somebody say we're good people. We can't just be broke and good people. That's not going to happen for us. And when it does happen for us, you'll have everybody turn it to the people who are successful say, no, that's not success. Success, you got to have all these things in line. And I feel that being a broke guy at 50, had to spend all my money just to survive in the last 2 years, paid rent on time, went to work as much as I could, did overtime as much as I could, Still get evicted, even though I paid my rent that month, and get evicted on my birthday. With the eviction notice on everybody got evicted on my birthday in my complex, but it felt very personal because it was on my birthday that I got evicted, and I paid that month on time. I pay every month on time. I'm never really late. So I tried hard to survive financially in America. I went to work, did overtime for decades, and now I'm disabled for, in my opinion, overworking my body with my genetic disease. So it's kind of like everything came to a head before I turned 50. And now I'm up in the hospital in a nursing facility. So, yeah, you people out there that's younger than me, get your work in while your body's still healthy, because there will be a day, if you're normal and not a super genetically healthy person, where no matter what you do, you're gonna always have no broken bones or no real diseases in your life. I got lucky with the broken bones so far. I never had broken bones in my life, but I do have a genetic disease, which was all my life. So that was the flip of the coin there. I traded off not being broken to having the genetic disease, which is fine. I'd rather have a genetic disease. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I rather would have had a broken bone instead of having a lifelong genetic disease. Maybe I would have had a broken bone and not be 6'4" and end up being 6'1" instead. Because I broke a bone, I wasn't able to fully grow into my 6'4". So maybe I could have did that instead. But then I would be 6'4". I wouldn't be the way I look like that. I'd probably be fat, you know what I'm saying, balding. Got all my hair. I got a hair full of head, a head full of hair. It goes both ways, you know what I'm saying. So that's probably what's my trade-off. Where the people who are shorter than me, the males that are shorter than me in my family, other than my dad, they pretty much are not have so much hair as I do. I got an abundance of hair. I can't keep it. I can't keep it off my head. Keep it off my body. It's just so much hair. My lady liked the 5 o'clock shadow version of me, but she don't like the scruffy part of me, which is what I am now because I haven't shaved probably since the better part of the end of last year. Haven't cut my hair, so my hair is really frocky. Haven't cut none of my body hair because simply I was in too much pain to even cut anything, to a point to where it came to where I was just not able to move because the pain and the sweater was so bad and the restricted movement was so bad. I couldn't move. I tried to keep walking, but it came to a part where I wasn't even walking like I used to. I used to get 20,000 steps when I worked, but it came down to where I was getting less than 100 steps a day on this last end of my journey of my life. Last year and this year has been trying. I did some walking today, fighting through the pain of, I got so much pain. I got healing pain and I got need to have surgery pain. So my whole body is pretty much ran through with this skin disorder. Everything's stage 3, if not stage 2 to stage 3. So I'm barely able to keep my mind going because it's very painful. I don't sleep well because of it. I don't get enough rest. I'm just now finally getting help this past 2 months to correct a little bit of this so it can be less pain and a little bit more movement than what I usually have, but I will never be able to work again because the pain and the restrictive movement is too much where a job would allow me to keep a position because I would not be able to keep up even with accommodations. I would not be able to make a dent in anywhere right now that I'm prone to working. I'm a laborer. So I mean I usually work in a warehouse, whether it's a meat warehouse or like Amazon delivery for warehouse. I worked in Amazon for about 2.5 years, or almost 2 years or so, at a fulfillment center. And when I first got there, I was okay enough to work, but over time, Even then, I started wearing out. I'm getting older. My body ain't gonna be able to do the same thing I did when I was 19, 20, 21, 22, all the way up until now. Uh, I put in a lot of hours on my body. Uh, my work history kind of showed for it that for the bulk of it, I was doing a lot of overtime just to make it to this point where I had survived financially to have an apartment to where they can evict me on my birthday on a paid uh, month. You know what I'm saying? I paid that month on time. I still got evicted. So you people be careful out there. You renting, they still can put you out in the middle of a rental month. All they gotta do is just say somebody else bought the building or bought the company, and they can just kick your butt out right then and there. They don't have to grandfather you in on your previous contract with the last leaser. So yeah, be careful with that in America. America has changed to a point to where they can put you on your butt any moment of your life. You can be, I think you can be rich and still be evicted these days. That's how I think it came down to that. So if you see rich people moving a lot, it's probably because they got evicted by whoever else was over them. Like the government, for real, the government owns everything. We just buy it from them temporarily. Because if they eminent domain your ass, you fucked. I mean, excuse me, my friends. You messed up. You know what I'm saying? They could just take your stuff at any time. We the people have no power over the government at this moment. We think we do, but the government runs our whole entire life. The government controls the prices of everything, along with the big companies and the big pharma. We just rats in the cage, man. We just rats in the cage. I'm telling you, you guys, get your passports and be ready to take a vacation sometimes outside of the USA and see how other countries that things are lower cost. See how they are. See how the people there are. See how mad they are when they running around. Are they, upseeing? You know how people act in America. Are they American acting similar to they act similar to American who got more than you? Do they act like this? Or the ones who want what you got, do they act like that? I'm pretty sure that they probably don't understand that way of thinking towards an American person. But we live in a society where people are pissed at you who you are and they are. So, that's another topic for another live. Right now it's showing 0 people in here for most of my live. So most of y'all who ever ventured this long in my live, if you see the video, I appreciate it. Thank you for listening to an old 50-year-old black American male who pretty much don't mean nothing to nobody, I believe, other than my lady and my family. Thank you for at least hearing me out. Appreciate it on Father's Day 2026. Yeah, have a good one. I'll do another live maybe sometime in the future. I can't guarantee it. I'll see how well this one does in viewers. I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna get no more than 10 views in the next 20 years. So have a nice one, guys. Thank you for listening.